thank you for joining me today. I'm Yvonne. I know it's been a couple weeks. I haven't filmed, but I was having some issues uploading, which wasn't a problem I thought I would have. But I guess you never think you'll have a problem. But it is all figured out now, and I will be doing one video a week. But if you want more constant updates, definitely check out my other social media platforms. Facebook, I am Polishing Gold, and on Instagram, I am Polishing Gold as well. So just check those out. And if you'd like to know more about this subject, just stay tuned. So the subject I want to talk about today is something I feel like has affected all of us in different ways. Some more than others, but definitely I know I've been affected by this, and I've dealt with this as well, and it's definitely insecurity. I have definitely dealt with insecurity for as long as I feel like I can remember, or as long as I can remember what that word means. When I found out, and I was like, oh, I think I am that. Something I've dealt with my whole life, and or as long as I can remember actually. But I was born with a dislocated hip, with hip dysplasia, and one of my foot was like longer, one of my legs actually was longer than the other because of the hip dislocation. And born that way. But this wasn't discovered until I was 1 year old, and from 1 to 3 I had several surgeries. I had almost close to 6 surgeries, and with those surgeries came a big scar, like it from my stomach up to, well, it's not as big anymore. I feel like it's shrunk as I've gotten bigger. But it's from my side of my stomach to the almost at my knee, but not really, like the middle of my thigh. And this was done in Kenya, Africa, where that's where I'm originally from, and it wasn't as like technologically advanced back then. That was 1991. So with that scar came a constant reminder that I was different. I was different from everybody else. And when you're growing up, especially when you come from a different country and you're trying to come here, and here as in the United States, and you're trying to fit in with everybody else, you're trying to make sure that other kids don't think you're weird or you look weird. And I had a tough time with that, especially when it came time to the summer, where I couldn't wear long things and I couldn't hide the scar, and I had to wear shorts and I had to wear like skirts, but they were a little bit longer. They were up until where the scar was, and I was really insecure about it. I felt like every time everybody was looking at it, and I felt like, I don't know, I was just really insecure about it. And to make the matters worse, there were definitely some kids that bullied me because of it, and other things as well. I was bullied a lot. It wasn't until about 3 years ago when I was got even more comfortable with my scar, or any other scar on my body. I've mentioned in other videos where I have scars on my face that you can clearly see some on this video, and scars on my body and scars all over the place. And I feel like we as people put so much pressure on ourselves on being this like perfect being and being this person that doesn't have any flaws, or you tend to think of your scars or anything else that irregular or that looks different from anybody else as a flaw, and it's really not. It's just your individuality. You're just different, and that's what I had to learn. I just had to learn I wasn't like other kids for a reason. This was God's plan for me. It's so funny how we spend so much time trying to be like everybody else or blend in when we were meant to stand out. I know I heard that quote from somewhere. Those are not my own words, but I can definitely, I think I can relate and I understand those. And I had to learn that God designed me this way for a specific reason, which I'm learning every day. And anything that happened to you when you're a child, or anything that happens to you when you're growing up, basically, is God preparing you for your future. And I know that sounds so cliche, but the surgeries that I had when I was young prepared me for the surgeries that I've had as of recent. I mentioned I've been in a very bad car accident, and because I dealt with surgeries and because I kind of knew how to cope with them, I was able, it wasn't easy by any means, but it was easier, I feel like, to cope with going through that much pain, or just pain management in general. I have a very high tolerance for pain now, because I've had to deal with so much pain. But I'm saying because of all those the surgeries that I had when I was young, and any other surgeries I've had from then on till now, I can cope so much better. And also you learn that God has designed everything. Everything fits in perfectly in your life, whether that may be good or bad. So any scar that you get on your face, anything that you're insecure about, it will fit into your life somehow. You'll figure it out. And honestly, this is the body you were born with, and this is the face you were born with. You may as well embrace it. You may as well make it work for you. Turn that negative into a positive. Don't spend all that time feeling so insecure and down about something you cannot change, when you can just embrace it and learn and make it work for you, whatever your insecurity is. And I've had plenty of insecurities. This is just one of them. But I learned, if it's something that really bothers me, if I'm able to change it, my weight, which I was able to change, or any of the things I'm able to change that I'm really insecure about, I go ahead and change them. You start letting other people influence how you feel. Other people, like you guys, other people. You're letting other people influence how you feel about yourself. You are yourself. You live with your body every day, not those other people. And you're letting those people influence you. Once you really think back on it, you sit back, you're like, oh my gosh, why would I do that? Why would you do that? Live your life and enjoy it. Enjoy your life. It's very short, and it can end in such a short time. And all those things, I bet you, anything that you're insecure about, there's someone else that would wish they had whatever you had. Whatever your insecurity is, I'm sure someone else in a different part of the world, or your next door neighbor, wishes they had whatever it is that you have. And that's what I've learned about myself. Your insecurities only hinder you from accessing your deeper self. They only hinder you from accepting your more confident self. That's all your insecurities do. So I'm still polishing this gold, and I hope you continue to do so too.